Da-da-da.
Oh,
Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. We are live today. Alexandra Karakopoulou and I are doing our monthly tarot and horoscopes for the month of November, which is probably going to be an interesting month uh, with the
oops.
Scorpio energy and another lunar eclipse. And don't forget, we had our eclipse special. So if you didn't get to watch that, it's available on YouTube, or you can watch it or listen to it on SoundCloud or on Apple Podcast. Apple, yeah. hmm Hi, Mom.
Hello. Hi, Sumam. Oh my gosh. What a period. What I don't know, time thing. Hi mom. I like that.
Yes.
I don't know
And
where to start. I don't know where to start. I feel nice. I feel okay at the moment, for the moment, but I know that this is a very strange period for everybody. It's not affecting only us, it affects everyone on the whole wide world. And we talked about it, of course, many times. We said that times like this will come, and
mhm,
it came actually. And now we have this planetary thing, and we have Mars retrograde in Gemini, which started on October 30, and it will stay until the 12th of January.
okay.
This is a very long period. And actually, Mars, Mars is so dynamic. Mars is like the planet of war, the planet of dynamics, the planet of action. So when a planet like this comes retrograde, and comes retrograde in Gemini, which is like the sign of communication and an air sign and a double sign, then with your logic thinking, without being an astrologist, you can think, what happens actually? Well, it affects, of course, communication, because it is very similar to a Mercury retrograde. And it affects all our, let's say, actions. It affects all our decisions. And since we wish to make a lot of decisions this period, because we are all thinking about how the hell am I going to organize my life now when everything is going up, like the prices are going up, like the quality is like, I have to think about twice and three times before I buy something, before I do something. So even if Mars wants to help us to find the dynamics, it stops our dynamics somehow, and it tells us to take a step back again. I mean, we had all these planets, and we have a lot of planets that are retrograde at the moment, which never stop. I have the feeling that it won't stop at all. And now we have also Mars, like a very big and very, very important planet in astrology. The way we fight, the way we speak about things, the way we do things, the way we fight for something, the way we don't fight for something, verbal and non-verbal expression. War, I mean, we are in a war period. So it affects every single aspect that has to do with that. And you're asking yourself, how the hell am I going to go through this? Because it lasts a long time. I mean, until 12th of January, it's a long time. Well,
It is. Yeah.
the answer is easier as you think. Take a step back, and actually the key word is one word: flexibility. Written in big letters, big capital letters, flexibility. Yes, a lot of stuff is not going like the way you want. Yes, things are going to delay. Yes, you have to rethink. Yes, you don't sign contracts now that they're very important. From, let's say, you take one piece of paper and say, nice, this is a contract I wished. No. You read the small letters, you read everything twice and 3 times. When you feel like arguing with somebody and you feel really, really pissed off, count until 10 and then express yourself. Don't mess around with people. People are not feeling well at the moment. So if you don't feel well, so think about twice what the neighbor or the other in front of you, or when you're driving and you want to scream out loud, what's going to come out. So before you take yourself to a very dangerous situation, think twice, take a step back, keep your mouth shut if you can, and don't speak about things that you really know that makes people angry, and to react, because the reaction will be a little tensed. And if it's not tensed, then things are coming backwards. That means that you keep the tension inside of you. You cannot handle the tension. That means you cannot express yourself as you wish. So the energy that you collect is not going anywhere. So think about twice. So meditate, think, take time for yourself, and please, please protect your energy because you need it.
Mm-hmm.
Enough said.
Well, I'm just sitting here like having my brain, because the whole Twitter thing that's going on right now, and there's an election coming up, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that you and I didn't even talk about that's going on in my own personal life, where I'm just like, and so really it is something, though, like you said. I mean, we have these meetings, we come on here, we do these live sessions so that people have tools, and they have, forewarned is forearmed. So when you have this information, so that you can anticipate issues coming up and go in with a mindset of being more flexible, a mindset of being calmer and cooler headed, of making sure to double check and triple check any kind of contracts, and also, that understanding that there is going to be that tension in communication right now, and and to be prepared as individuals, not only in our own lives but in what's going on around us, and kind of take everything into the mix. So yeah. Whew.
Yes, we started very dynamic this time. Not with no. I mean, even for me as an astrologer, or let's say not as an astrologer, even for me as an observer of life, and a person that I like to think myself very spiritual, I see the differences. I feel something in the air. It's getting me nervous. It makes me feel anxious, and it makes me wait for something that I don't see. And every day I face new challenges, even for me. And I like to be in a balance. Okay, I have a fire in me, like everyone has fire. And I try to put my energy in the right path, because this is the key. But if I'm not flexible at this period of time, if I don't find a solution to the problems, even a solution that I don't really like, but I have to, because this is the only way that it can work, I will take all the advantage I can from the planets, from the things that we know, from the things that we feel, and from the instincts that we all have. Actually, we have to use our guts and our instincts more, because how are we going to survive this? I don't know. It's hard.
Yeah, with grit, with a
Yeah,
little bit of, you know.
with humor, I know, with laughing, with
Yeah.
music, with good people around you, with your family, with your friends, with your loved ones, with a good book, with a good film. You see how many films I have behind me?
Yeah.
I don't see all of them. And I mean, come on, there are solutions to the problems, because we have to live and we will survive, as we all do. but it's a really hard period. And I forgot about it last time. I mean, when we're talking about the eclipses, forgot. I didn't want to mention it because we had a lot of things to say about the eclipses. But retrograde is a very big title at the moment, and everybody's talking about it. So we talk about it too.
Good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, let's start. Actually, we can start. I don't know if you want to introduce ourselves after we talked about Mars. I don't know. How do you want to do it?
That sounds fine. So I will allow you to introduce yourself. I'm just, people might see me. I jot down notes while we're doing our show, and then when I'm doing the production afterwards, then I always know what time we started, Aries or Cancer or Scorpio or whatever. So then when people are watching the replay,
Mhm.
after I go into YouTube, then they can jump right to their sign.
This is
So
perfect.
yeah. So just if you see me making notes or anything like that, just to let you know. But um, my name is Sue Ellis-Saller. I'm a tarot reader. I am the CEO and founder, or whatever, chief editor in chief of Spiritual Business Spotlight. And I am my dear friend Alexandra on the other side here. Um, we're joining every month. We come on and we come on with our predictions. We come on and we have straight talk about what's going on, what's going to happen, what kind of things to expect. And not only that, but a little bit of how to deal with the energies with, like you said, with these different tools that we have at our disposal. So would you like to introduce yourself, Alexandra?
Thank you. So I'm Alexandra Karakopoulou, very Greek. Yeah, I know. And I live in Athens at the moment in Greece. And I'm a psychological astrologer, among other stuff that I'm doing. But this is what we're talking about now, here in this channel with my beautiful spiritual sister. And I'm just observing the planets, seeing how that affects our lives, how can we do it better, what tools do we have, what should we be aware of, and how do we work as people, and of course the zodiac signs, because these are important. And before we start, I have to say that people, we never read only our sun sign, but also our ascendant. This is very important. So
Yes,
yes,
definitely.
yes, yes.
Yes.
Do you want
So,
to start with general card for all the month?
well,
Oh,
Six of Swords reversed. So, and this fits really well though with the situation that's going on right now, because we were on our way somewhere different, thinking with, with everything, with human rights, with progress in the world, with a lot of different things. And right now is a time where it's just kind of going backwards. We're not able to make the progress perhaps that we had wanted to. We may have even started our journey to a different location, a very in, intentional trip somewhere else. But unfortunately, with the energies that are going on right now, it's just not available to us to move out of these situations that we were hoping so much to triumph over, to start again, to release the negative from the past. It doesn't mean that it's not going to be possible in the future. It just means with this retrograde that we're going through, we
mm,
have to think about things in a different way as well. And perhaps we have to readjust the courses, our goals, um, not only our goals, but also how we're going to achieve those goals, because perhaps the way that we had planned is not going to be available to us anymore. And so, right now, I wouldn't give up necessarily. I would just say, go back to the drawing board. You may have to put up with uncomfortable energy for a little while longer. But don't give up. Don't give up hope. There is still going to be hope. Also, make sure that you're protecting yourself and your loved ones. She has, or the person here has also a younger person with them. So that to me would be, those people who are a priority in your life, not necessarily children of yours, but the important people of yours, the people who you take care of and who you nurture. Um, be mindful of their needs in this timeline as well.
Oh, you said it all actually for the month, so we could leave the zodiac signs and go home.
Yes.
We could,
No, we
but no,
could.
do it. We're not gonna
We're
do it.
already home.
Oh my gosh! I mean, you said everything. I think this is also the motto of the month. Actually, this is the
Ah,
month because we have to wait, we have to wait, and we have to wait, and that's it. Well, let's see it for each and every zodiac sign, and you're gonna see the whole tension. You're gonna find it out. So we start with Aries, of course. Aries, find the power within you. I know you have a lot of power. I really do. So November does it difficult for you. I know, my impulsive Aries. Mars, your ruler, begins its retrograde course and it will continue, as we said, until January the 12th. This means you'll have to rethink a lot and some things won't turn out the way you think they will. I know. This will affect your work environment, of course. However, the expansion of your business is going well. November is a difficult month for you, though, financially. You will have to spend a lot of money. These are unexpected expenses when I talk about it. Your personal life has also a lot of sudden changes. You are still working on to improve your daily life by putting in your best effort. Relationships with relatives are also problematic. You may also face a difficult situation with your partner at the end of the month. Keep in mind that you should avoid harsh words for the time being. Since you are facing issues at work, though, this is also affecting your health. So you're not feeling as energetic as you felt. Normally feel because Aries energetic. The full moon and eclipse on November 7th to 9th, actually is on the 8th, but I always say I count also the days before and after. In Taurus, brings your spirits down a bit. Avoid any colds and don't take risks. Be careful when you're driving. Try to breathe and exhale. The moon on the 24th in travel in Sagittarius reminds you of all the trips you haven't taken so far. Maybe it's time for a new one after the full moon.
okay. Make sure that it's after, though. And what's interesting is temperance comes out for Aries. And this is really that card of patience, of moderation, of finding a inner balance and inner harmony so that you can move on from that space and perspective. Um, yeah, temperance is not a card of sudden changes. It's a card of holding back sometimes, but it's also a card of doing things that perhaps you never thought you were capable of doing. In this, we have the angel who is pouring water from bottom
Mhm.
to top.
Nice card.
Yeah, yeah. So it is really time to be careful, mindful, moderation, practice moderation. Don't overdo things. We know Aries loves to, spit fire and be the first in line. But this month, you're gonna need to step back a little bit and hold out for a while. Mhm.
Yep. Exactly as I wrote it in one card. Perfect. So let's go on with Taurus. Make a plan. Avoid mistakes. I mean, make a plan, really, with exclamation mark. Make a plan. Avoid mistakes and unpleasant encounters in November, my steady Taurus. Professionally, this is not the easiest month. You have to deal with competition and partners who work behind your back. You may also have some legal issues, might be. You may reconnect, though, with people who are important to you and are in high places. You can rely on them now. The first half of November is the most difficult period for you on all levels. Watch your spending and the way you make decisions. Financially, this is not the best time for you to, I would say. If you're a banker or stockbroker, November and December are not the best months for you. Are you listening? Good. Your personal life is not also favored. You are at the breaking point and the problem may not be solved. The unpredictable planet Uranus is also in your sign, since May 2018, as we said, 7 years. And this keeps disturbing the harmony. You are re-examining your relationships. And with this eclipse and full moon on November 8th in your sign, well, now nothing can stop it. So re-examine, re-examine, re-examine. You are by nature so energetic, we know that, but you have to stop and re-examine. The new moon on the 24th in travel in Sagittarius gives you ideas. November 25th and 26th will be the most difficult days though for you. Avoid an excessive energy, calm down even if you feel more like you have nothing to worry about. It's tricky.
Okay. And while you were saying that, I was just about to pull the card and show you because it's Judgment. And this is a card really of, that looking back over what's happened in the past, taking the information that you found then and using it, you're almost to the end of one path and ready to begin a new part of your journey. And so it's really important for you to bring forward the lessons that you've learned and also let go of the things that are no longer serving you. You don't have to take all of the luggage, all of the knickknacks and crap and everything from the past into the future. So it's really a time for you to evaluate your life, to be very discerning about people, places, things, experiences that you want as you move forward. And then to, I don't want to say ruthlessly judge, we're not going to say that, but we're going to say be very mindful about what you're bringing forward and only take those things, Taurus, that you can build the next part of your legacy with.
Ooh, yes. Nice. Some air.
Yeah.
Some air. I don't know. Now, from the second zodiac sign, oh my God. Let's go on with Gemini. Make some effort, Gemini. Make some effort. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. If you can dream it, you can do it in November, my communicative Gemini. Yes, you can do almost everything if you wish. There are some serious tasks you need to take on, of course. Of course, you're not the exception. November will also bring you many problems to solve, so don't be so happy. Don't jump up and down. So, professionally, it will make your relations with your colleagues more difficult. Just ask for support from all your friends and connections because you'll need the support. Watch out for gossip at work. Financially, it's a good time for you, though. You have a lot of romantic ideas, but you can follow through with them. Yes, you can do them. Who knows? Don't disappoint your partner. Watch out for difficult issues with relatives, especially fights you can take back and words that you cannot take back. Even if someone in your family is ill, you should do what you can do to support them through the difficult times. Be careful with your language. Be careful because you want to communicate. Be careful. The full moon and lunar eclipse on November 8th in stationary Taurus disapproves of relationships of any levels. There will be an issue. You feel your energy is low and your health is not so good. So take care more of your body and avoid any colds and infections. Eat well, sleep well, and drive carefully. The new moon on the 24th in travel in Sagittarius reminds you of the child in you. Wisely, go wisely.
The child that goes wisely. Woo! No, I'm just kidding.
It's not so easy, but it's tricky.
Yeah.
The whole month is tricky. So.
And does Mars being retrograde in Gemini affect the sign of Gemini, and that's why they need to be cautious of their words?
Of course it does, because it's like the effect of I want to speak, but I have to put my hand in front of my mouth and count until 10.
Hmm. Okay. Yep. That's what I thought. Yep. I got the Five of Swords, and this is an interesting one, especially when you said make some effort. If you can dream it, you can do it. This is also a card that's telling me, don't discount the little victories in life too, because sometimes I feel like and especially in this month for Gemini, it's going to feel maybe like they're doing something that's cheating or not right, or somehow they won unfairly.
Ah,
But it's really, like you said, watch your words, watch your actions, see what your motivation and the intention and the energy that you have behind the things that you do. And if your intentions were pure and good, and if you won through effort and the right way of doing things, don't worry. Take the win and celebrate it. You didn't do anything wrong. Also, don't cry over spilt milk this month. Like, really, it's going to be a time where things don't always go right all the time. And so, if, for example, you aren't able to count to 10, if you let your lover down or whatever, um, pick it up, dust yourself off, and start fresh in the next moment or the next day. Get a good rest, you know, reevaluate your words. Pour the honey on if you need to. Um, because this month I have a feeling that there's going to be this really push and pull of feeling victorious, but there's also going to be some shame and some negativity or some kind of negativity interwoven into it. Yeah. So just watch out. And like I said, Gemini, if you are mindful and if your intentions are coming from the right place, then don't allow it to drag you down. Just enjoy the moment and enjoy the victory.
yes, as you said, perfect match, perfect match. Again, of course. Now it's
Yeah.
a very intense month. This month is more intense than the last one.
Yes. And
It's
last month wasn't a cakewalk either.
no, it was not. But
Yeah.
this one is harder. Believe me,
Mhm.
harder. Believe me. I know. So Cancer. Oh, don't be in a hurry. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? You're in a hurry. Don't be in a hurry. November reminds you the benefits of balance, my sensitive Cancer. Balance. It's better to relax than to work this month. If you're working as an artist, though, as an actor, as a creator in general, you can expect new levels of success and popularity. This is good for all the artists in you. During the second half of November, you can take an important business trip, but there is also a dark side to this month, which brings all the hidden issues to the surface. Take some free time and spend it with your loved ones. You will need it. Be careful when signing any documents. This has to do with the full moon and eclipse of November 7th to 9th. It's on the 8th, actually, as I told you, it's before and after in Taurus. Tough days, but with good company and family, everything seems smoother. Financially, it's not like the best month of all. Your bank account looks red, like my earrings, but at the end of the month, your health is good too, and your energy is high though. But keep it safe. The new moon on the 24th in traveling Sagittarius gives you a boost and new ideas. Ask your loved ones for their opinions too. You will need it.
Hmm.
Oh,
I get the Eight of Swords reversed. And see how many swords are coming up here? It's
this is
the
what I,
air.
this
Yeah.
is what I wanted to say. Look at this.
Yeah. Yeah. And this month, Cancer is going to feel a little trapped and a little claustrophobic. Usually, Cancer doesn't mind being enveloped and a little bit,
No.
hidden away. But this month, they're going to feel claustrophobic. They're going to feel like and make sure the people that you're around are treating you fine, because there has been that energy for Cancer this year, and sometimes because of their nature, they do tend to have turbulent relationships with family members, even though the family members are really so important to them, but sometimes the relationships can be turbulent. So watch the energy of those relationships and make sure, I don't want to say to full on address verbally the issues that might be going on, but perhaps journal about them afterwards. Allow yourself to see them from a different perspective, because I feel like there might be some abusive cycles that are coming up to the surface through this month for Cancer. And so they need to be aware of that, in order to perhaps feel not so trapped within
Mhm.
relationships and see what their part is, and how they are contributing to that energy. I'm not trying to victim blame at all, so please don't think I'm trying to victim blame, because this is a card that comes up I see, with abusive relationships sometimes. But sometimes you have to take a step back, not only from your thoughts and the way you're interacting with other people, but take a step back physically from relationships, take yourself out of them, and like Alexandra was saying earlier, make sure that you're spending time with the people who build you up and who recharge you instead of draining you, if you can.
Very important. And
Mm.
not only for Cancer, for all of us,
For everyone. Yes,
for everyone.
definitely. Mhm,
Really, really do that. And I think this month, and don't forget that it's the month before Christmas.
mhm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oof.
and that might mean that you have to readjust your ideas about Christmas too, like, just the consumerism side of Christmas, you know.
It's gonna be a different Christmas this Christmas. It's gonna be different. Not like the old ones. It's harder. But we're gonna talk about it also. So we'll go on with Leo. Do it now, Leo. Do it now. Push the button. Really. Focus on serious matters in November, my glowing Leo. But do it now. Professionally, November is not the best month for handling situations and serious matters. Organize your business or expand later. Financially, there will be some ups and downs. You may need to review your budget. No, you won't lose all your money, my gosh, and you have earned money and it was good for you through very hard work. But it is important to get more organized. You lack in organization. Your personal life will get better eventually. Things from the past will be slowly resolved. I say slowly. Yeah, I don't say it like this. If you have an husband or ex-wife, they may reappear and trouble you with some legal issues. If your partner falls ill, though, which I do not wish at all this period of time, you will have to support him or her in every way possible. It is not an easy month for your energy and also for your health. Everything that happens affects you. You need to relax and not overthink everything, not overanalyzing, please. The full moon and lunar eclipse on November 8th in stable Taurus makes everyday life difficult. Your body needs to be taken care of to avoid any flu and cold. After the 23rd of the month, you will feel better. Finally, the new moon on the 24th in the traveling Sagittarius makes you forget the hard stuff, if only for a while.
Well, then this card must be for the end of the month for Leo, because this is the Four of Wands, and you talked about it though a little bit, which made my ears perk up, which was getting their work in order to and so four is to me always squared away, so the fire being squared away. It might also be a time hopefully those ex-lovers won't come back in, but there will be times for celebration with current lovers and current people, and you might even get invited to a wedding or have some kind of um
It's not a good
party.
period for weddings, though.
Yeah. Yeah. But get things in order, keep it square. When you have your perspective in place and when you have your what expectations,
Mhm. Yeah.
you know,
You can
in
make
the right
plans.
place.
You can make plans. This is a
Mhm.
good period for planning. I mean, if you have this thing in mind to get married, as an example, to stay together with your partner, it's not a bad period because you think about it before you make the step.
Right. Right. Yeah. And so it is bringing stability and harmony into relationships. It is bringing stability and harmony into work environment and into your passions.
Mhm.
And it does mean to take good care of your health and your body as well, because that is where you get your fuel from. And when your everything is squared away in your body, when you're giving yourself good nutrition, when you're exercising properly and everything, then that lends to that stable place within you that you can create from.
Yes, yes, of course. But Leos had a harder time as they do now. Now they are getting their together. So they're doing it. They can. They
Good.
can. It gets
Yes.
better. And then we go on with Virgo. Well, you have to convince yourself first before you convince the other. So convince yourself first. First. November is a hectic month for you, my organized Virgo. However, professionally, this works out fine for you. Negotiations, serious discussions, and fine financial investments are almost on a daily basis at work. There are big changes on the horizon. Make a plan and get to work. You have important connections that you can use. Financially, this is a neutral month for you. You have no big income and no big expenses. It's somewhere in between. Personally, you have a great need for your loved ones. You see, I'm talking about it again in this zodiac sign. Family, partner, and relatives. You want to have balance with all of them, which is not possible to the extent you wish, but you can have the good relationship if you wish so. If you, I know you can, you want to resolve the issues and you can, but you cannot force them because you have the tendency to force, and we know that. Someone may have serious influence, though, over a very important issue for you. If you are planning a vacation in order to improve your relationship, schedule it for the next month. Leave it for now. Your energy is high and your health is not really in a good shape, though. During the first half of the month, be careful with traveling. The full moon and lunar eclipse on November 8th in stable Taurus brings clouds everywhere. Avoid any arguments because it affects your mind and soul to the fullest. The new moon on the 24th in traveling Sagittarius gives you a breath of relaxation and carefree air at last.
Whew. But the beginning of the month is going to be a doozy for them, because those relationships that you were talking about, that drive for, the financial stability is not going to be there. The balance, they're going to be facing a lot of compulsion this month. Sorry, should I put mine on there so you can?
Shit. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you. Because it's my no, this is why I'm laughing. Nice.
Yeah. So, I mean, really, this month is going to be a month for where we at Virgo to balance and to also really think about why are they having compulsions? Are they feeling unloved? Are they doing, this is a card of, what's the word, not only compulsions and addictions, but also the need, these desires that you're always chasing after that you can never fulfill. And codependent relationships, that's the one that always comes up with this. And so if you find yourself in this position with other people where there's no balance and no harmony within the relationship, but you still feel almost drawn to pursue these relationships, you have to make it better. You have to have money. It's going to be a hard month for Virgo as far as feeling like they need to do everything. They need to be something sometimes that they're not. They need to prove themselves. They need to prove that they're worthy. They need to um, and watch the drinking and drugs this month too. The devil comes up is it's really it's compulsive, it's addictive tendencies, it's people pleasing, it's overreaching, it's really the devil's in the details as well. So you can't avoid those little nitpicky. You got to look everything over with a fine tooth comb this month and to really make sure that you are not only balance, because you can see that there is a triangular relationship here, that everybody is not on the same level here. So what is pulling you that you're not necessarily exerting control over for yourself? And do you need to uh, take more power back in your life? Mm. Sorry, I made you choke there.
No comment in that. Not at all. You see my Mars earrings today. You
Yes, I
see
love them.
in red. I have them also in black. But today, no, 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 no. With Mars retrograde, I said no.
Oh
I
yeah.
wear the red ones. Ah,
Hmm.
ah. Oof. Okay, I'm not commenting anything. Nothing. No, nada. Tipota. Nichts. Gar nichts. So Libra, Libra, Libra. Sweet Libra. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, as the song goes. It's a new dawn, it's a new day. November seems to make your dreams come true somehow. I don't know how you fix that, how many planetary relationships you have up there and down there. I don't know, my diplomatic Libra, because you're so diplomatic. You'll be busy at work for most of the month, though. You have some administrative tasks. Be aware of some controversies that may arise, though. Financially, November is not a bad month. Many of you will have some nice income coming in. If you face some sudden expenses, this will have to do with your family matters or with supporting your partner. On a personal level, the climate looks emotional and hectic. You may not have time to deal with it, though, but it seems you need to find time to deal with. If you have started dating, then it will be difficult because you will not see each other so often as you wish. It's important to you when you need to learn to compromise. You need to learn to compromise. You're diplomatic, but you don't know how to compromise. This is crazy. Relatives will be an issue. Your energy levels will not be as high. You will need to exercise more. The full moon and lunar eclipse, November 8th in stable Taurus, makes it difficult for some days and nights, but with a little patience, everything passes. Those of you with chronic conditions, please take care more of yourself. The new moon on the 24th in traveling Sagittarius gives you the power you need for new beginnings, but always with limits. Always with limits.
I'm all like, what limits? They got the Ace of Wands coming up. Now, this is though this new dawn, new day, new perspective, new ideas, new passions. Missing that person, really wanting fire in your life, wanting, desiring. Um, you are the one who's in control of the direction that things go in this month. So even if you don't have all of the opportunity, you can still start working out that plan. You can still start making baby steps towards what you want, or you can put your vision board together. You can make this idea. You can figure out what you need to do in the future if you're not able to do it right now. But yeah, this is a really good card for a new love to come into your life, new creative projects, new passions, new ideas as well. Just feeling very motivated and ready to take on the world. But yeah, like Alexandra said, make sure, I mean, this isn't a part of this card, but I'm going to reinforce for everybody when you have these new passions, when you have these new ideas and everything like that, make sure, oh, darn, I lost it. So just make sure that you're taking good care of yourself, that you're not, giving up everything in your, you don't drop one thing that you need to work on in order to fully pursue this new thing. Be balanced, have patience with yourself. Remember, especially in this day and age, it's really easy to forget that, there is a path that you need to follow. Everybody's so, oh, focus on the end result and don't worry about the path. Well, sometimes it is the path that is the goal, and that you learn so much from. So put one foot in front of the other this month, stoke the fire, blow on the flame, blow on the ember. Um, but yeah, with a little bit of mindfulness, especially with Mars in retrograde, and make sure that the energy that you're putting into things is coming from the right place in your life.
Well said. I have nothing to say again.
Why, thank you.
Ah, and now we go, with which zodiac sign? It's time for Scorpio. Oh my gosh. Well, are you ready for this? This is the
Uh,
time. Are you ready for this? I don't hear you, Scorpios out there. Are you ready?
Yay!
So, maintain your inner balance in November, my secretive Scorpio. Get your work under control. If you're dealing with legal matters, there will be some improvements over time. Your relationships with your colleagues are intense. Somehow there is a disagreement here and there. If you work on the creative field, then you can improve the popularity of your work. Financially, you have seen better days. You have a lot of expenses, more than your income. I'm sick of it. Be careful at the end of the month. Your personal life is extravagant because so are you. You're having a tough time and you keep fighting. The stars are on your side. You keep slipping everything, I know. But it's not a bad time for couples. The old flames and loves may resurface, retrograde. Your energy is high and your charm is even greater. Your health is in good hands. The full moon and lunar eclipse on November 8th in stable Taurus turns things upside down, but you're used to that. You're used to hard times. Things will get better after the new moon on November 23rd in traveling Sagittarius, and the next month will be much better.
Well, thank God. Seriously, I'm all like, you should have seen my face over here. I was like,
What is
no,
she talking about again?
yeah, yeah.
Stop
I'll
her.
tell you after. But yeah, temperance fits really well into this, that moderation, that moving forward, that centering and grounding in yourself, that I can get through this once again. I'm going to power through it. I have all of everything that I need. And, when I look at this card, I see that path at the end. It's not the easiest path to follow, but it does lead somewhere good and magnificent where there's a light at the end of the tunnel. But in order to get there, you might have to bend heaven and earth and do so with grace and with tact and with skill and with balance and with moderation. Even though Scorpios are, yeah, we're all laughing. Moderation. That's not, that's a learned skill because it doesn't come natural to Scorpios at all.
No,
But
no, 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 no.
it's really going to be necessary this month to just find that place. If you have to meditate, if you have to go to a body of water, if you have to take deep breaths in the moment, if you have to leave the room, do what you need to do in order to bring the peace back.
Bring the Bring the peace back. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I'm ready for this. Are you ready for this?
Whoo, I hope so. So, ultimately, yeah, we are transformation agents, and we are ready for anything. And that's the whole thing, that we have to take what we get and turn it into something good. And
I'm
if
not
not,
doing anything. It's a lot. It's a
yeah,
lot.
and if not, we have the poison tail.
Yes. We come back for you. We come back for you.
Mhm. Yes.
Ooh, you better watch out. So, Sagittarius, act carefully. November is a stressful month for you, my traveling Sagittarius. Professionally, you're not having the best time of your life. There are some difficulties in relationships with your colleagues. Also, pay close attention to gossip and behind the scene stories. If you're planning to expand your business, you will have to make some changes. Hopefully, by the New Year's Eve, everything will be resolved. You have time. Financially, it's not a bad month. Some of you will receive a nice amount of money, and this has to do with your previous businesses. You may even benefit from a real estate thing. In your personal life, you will do a lot around your home, finishing touches on your new apartment, a new cottage, I don't know, or more improvements. You'll find time for that. Relationships with relatives are difficult. Watch out for conflicts in the first half of November. So, for couples, it's not the best time of the year now. The full moon and lunar eclipse on November 8th, unstable Taurus, puts a hand on it. I mean, it's not making it any easier. Don't keep secrets though. Take better care of yourself. Your health needs time, and don't travel or drive, and be careful. November 6th to November 13th are the most dangerous dates for you. With the new moon on the 23rd of the month in your sign, we're losing up. So you get looser.
Okay, good. What was the overall theme for them? I didn't write it down.
Act carefully.
Act carefully. Sorry about that. I like,
No, come on, no problem. We're live. These things
yeah,
happen. And it's
true.
a lot of things to process.
Very, because there was some stuff that came up in the beginning of yours that really fit well with this card. It is going to feel like a month, in the beginning at least, where they might not get what they expected in terms of like work, in terms of the recognition. They might not feel as successful, they might not get the promotion that they were hoping for, the money, or whatever coming through that they were hoping for. And it's going to sting a little bit, because you know they've been hi Yosepi, welcome, welcome. So we're all good. um so for Sagittarius this month, really make sure that you have in your mind this idea that things might not go as planned or as hoped. And sometimes you might not get the recognition that you were hoping for. Somebody might even try and take the uh, I'm having so many problems with English today. Um,
The Mars in Gemini, retrograde. Come on, we talked about it from the beginning.
yeah, yeah.
Normal. It's here. Don't
It's
worry.
totally here. But they might try and take credit for something that you've done, and it might sting. Like I said, either you're going to get passed up, or I'm wondering what Elon Musk is. Do you know what sign he
Yeah,
is?
yeah, 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 yeah. I know. I've read it everywhere. I mean, it's everywhere in the headlines, like the Twitter thing.
Yeah,
And
because
they're gonna get fired. So many people are gonna get fired now, and he's crazy, man. He's crazy, crazy man.
yeah, but this is kind of reminding me of that whole energy of him, and how these things are kind of unfolding for him and
You
for
know, he's a child. He's like the fool for me. He represents the card of the fool
okay.
for me. When I think about Elon Musk, he's a fool. And he has a lot of Sagittarius energy, actually. I don't know. I have not, I don't know what sign. Kind of a zodiac sign. What does he
Now
have?
we're all looking it up. Like, what
Oh,
is Elon
where
Musk's
is he?
birthday?
What is he? Elon Musk. Come on. Did you find it?
Oh, he's a Cancer.
Ah,
Oh, interesting.
very
Huh.
interesting. Ooh, he
Hmm.
feels playful for me. I mean, okay, he's very, he's an introvert. He's not an extrovert, so that matches good. But you see the things that are happening. Come on,
Hmm. Hmm.
not easy. Not an
Exactly.
easy month. Not
But
an
I
easy month.
think,
So many people.
yeah, yeah. And I really think that what's going on, kind of has this energy to it. Like there was the expectation that things would kind of unfold in a totally different way than they did. And then there's this big mess that resulted from it, and a big mess to clean up now. So yeah.
Act carefully.
Yes.
Capricorn. Use your experience, and you have it. You were born with experience, Capricorns, usually. This is typical. So, November doesn't make false promises, my workaholic Capricorn. Professionally, you've seen better days. Complete some paperwork, network, or whatever else you need to do to grow your business in another city. So, this is why I say it as a title, use your experience. You don't have everyone you need right now. You need to work harder than this. A friend or a person in a high position will help you and support you in your new plan. Financially, you are facing some difficulties. Watch out for wrong investments and don't spend your money left and right. Your personal life is experiencing some anomalies at this time, though. Real estate is also facing some serious issues. If you're planning to buy a house for you or your children, wait until 2023.
Hmm.
For those of you who are not single, relationships with your partner are difficult now. Well, the reasons are many, so we don't have time to speak about it. And so take your time. If you have a plan, a trip planned for November, this will turn out well. Well, though you have to be careful of your energy because the full moon and lunar eclipse on November 8th in stable Taurus brings small but difficult conversations on the surface. Your energy is high and your health is good. The new moon on the 24th in traveling Sagittarius gives you breathing out and breathing in. So it gives you your breaths back.
Nice. Well,
Mhm.
what a Capricorn card. This is kind of the
Yes,
illustration of Capricorn energy.
indeed.
But this is also, it's a warning in some ways to make sure that the workload that you take on is something that you can actually handle. Because a lot of times Capricorns can overstretch themselves because they just want to do it all. They want to be the provider, they want to be the fall guy, they want to be the person who everybody can trust. But sometimes they have to delegate responsibilities to other people. They have to work 8-hour days and work during work time and have time off, go out to dinners, take their wives out to the movies, do things like that, because all work and no play not only makes Jack a dull boy, it makes Jack a sick boy. And we don't want that for
No.
Capricorn ever. We don't want that for anybody, but this is just like we said, these things come up, we see the signs, we tell you what to expect, and kind of perhaps how you can make sure not to get sick, overdo it, get burnt out. Yeah, so make sure this month that you bring balance and harmony and only pick up what you can carry this month
Mm.
easily.
Yep. I live with a Capricorn. I know that. I experience it every day.
Hmm. Yep.
I have a lot of things more to say, but Capricorns among you, you know each other. You know how workaholics you are. Come on. I never met a Capricorn that's not workaholic in a way. Never. That's my personal opinion. Never. So
Hmm.
let's go on with Aquarius. Seize the opportunity, my Aquarius. Seize the opportunity. Luck is on your side in November, though, my dear Aquarius, more than the other zodiac signs. It seems so. Professionally, this could be one of the the best months for you. Solve your problems, move on to new projects. You can climb the ladder. Even the most difficult issues can be solved at the moment. Financially, it's also one of the best months for you, though. As if King Midas touched you and you turn everything to gold and yourself too. Of course, you have expenses, but they are well managed. Personally, things are looking more positive than ever. Even if you're arguing a lot with your partner because of many different issues, you are finding solutions. This is nothing new. You always find solutions. The full moon and lunar eclipse on November 8th in stable Taurus is doing that job after all. You have to put on difficulties to find the solutions. Get through it. Avoid dragging other people to these relationships and use your brain. Use your brain. You are healthier than ever and more energetic than before. The new moon on the 24th in traveling Sagittarius has you thinking about traveling and the travels that you haven't done yet. So this won't be the first time anyway. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's going to be a month for Aquarius. They're going to have to defend what they say. They're going to have to, you can't just spit it out, but you're going to have to, don't dish it out if you can't take it, is what this card is. And also, not only that, but it's also a good fight. It's not something that's for nothing in the end of the day. Like, you really have to be able to back up what you say this month with not only with more logic, more detail, but this struggle is something that's going to be righteous in a way in your future. So don't give up the battle just because it feels hard, because this is going to be a battle that you're going to have to fight again and again. And so make sure you're standing on the right mountain when you're fighting, and that you have defenses in place, not, physically, mentally, emotionally. And know that it's okay sometimes to defend your territory. That's okay. You've built things, you've created things. And especially, like, if we're talking about, Aquarius in terms of the entirety of the universe right now, this is how it feels for the energy right now. So
Absolutely.
remember that it's okay to battle for causes that you believe in, and to put that energy, that Mars energy, that warrior like energy, into things that you totally support. Because if you always back down when somebody brings a strong opinion or strong idea or wants to fight or argue with you, if you're always backing down, you're never going to move forward. But this is the time to really put those sticks in the sand and defend your place. Don't lose ground this month.
Well. Exactly. Well. Yep. And then we go on to the last but not least, the Pisces. Crush all obstacles. Crush
Ooh.
them. Yeah, crush them. Just crush them. I mean, we have the last sign as a crusher. So November is full of ups and downs for you, my dreamy Pisces. Professionally, you can't stop working. Lucky Jupiter, the planet of success, comes in your sign, and this opens up a new era for everything you've imagined. Get in touch with more people, meet important personalities, and work through your new project. During the first 2 weeks, you will have some obstacles like everybody else that will delay your plans like everybody else's. The full moon and lunar eclipse on November 8th in stable Taurus makes relationships difficult. Anything important, leave it for the second half of the month. If you want to use your talents, just wait until the second half of November or December. Financially, it's a bit out of control this month. No, you won't lose your money, but you need to be careful with your spending. And in your personal lives, things are hectic. It's a bit out of control. Also, like repairs and a move or similar events cause difficulties in communication. Control your nerves, calm down, and you'll get through this. Your health is good and your energy is also high. But be careful of driving, traveling, and avoid any dangerous situation. The new moon on the 24th, traveling Sagittarius, pushes you into new adventures with caution, we said.
Okay. So
Okay.
so I had somebody coming down the stairs. I'm all like, wait.
Oh,
We have a little bit of hesitancy to choose a path this month. So hang on one second. I gotta yell at my kids.
this is nice. I'm just talking for Sue. This is really nice. Hello, Sue kids. Because this is live, it can happen. But yeah, Pisces, as we said, crush our obstacles. It's really complicated for Pisces. It's complicated, I think, in their brains, and whatever happens, it's complicated.
Yeah, and they're having a little bit of decision paralysis right now. Really, where should they put the focus? Sorry about that. My kids are coming down the stairs. But
Oh, but
also, focus is a superpower. And as soon as you choose and you allow yourself to make that choice, then you can put your energy into moving forward. You can crush those obstacles, like you were saying, Alexandra, and work your way through situations. But if you're always, kind of thinking, oh, I could do this, but maybe not. Oh, I could do that, but maybe not. You got to commit to something in order to fully see it through to the end. And not every choice that you make will feel right ultimately, but it will lead you to where you're supposed to go. It may not be the exact right choice for you, but it will still take you to that place that you're meant to be so that you can either shift or correct. But it's really something where they have to choose where they're going to put their energy. And sometimes I think that they have to battle. um, the one that I was focusing on is this little dragon here. It might feel like they have to battle demons this month and make sure that they are showing how powerful they are to themselves. Pisces has
Mhm.
a way of backing up and backing down,
Yes, yes,
but
it does.
yeah,
But yeah, as you said,
yeah. It's going to be facing demons. It's going to be making a decision, and it's not going to be watery like Pisces sometimes can be. It's really, well, it could either be one or the other. I mean, if they want to get lost in the water and if they want to get kind of remain in that unsure state, that's always an option. But the other option is just to pick something to focus on, get it done.
and that's it, and get
Yeah.
over it.
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
this is why I said to the title "Crash of Obstacles," because they need to crash everything that comes up in order to make the road clean for I mean their path, their actual path. So you see that we are all having similarities again, and that we're all facing, like, let's say, difficult moments. And for the first 10 days or 15 days almost, or 20 days, almost 15 days, let's say, it's going to be difficult. It's a hard ride. We have to really take time. And the most important thing is, it's not only the things that we're going to hear from the people, it's not only the things that you're going to hear in your work environment, from your family and friends, it's the way you feel. Because the tension in the air is something that each and every one of us feel personally intense. This is the issue. This is why we're talking about intense moments. And If you wake up in the middle of the night and you feel anxious, or you don't know what's happening and nothing happened, but it's actually happening inside of you, then this is the thing that we're talking about. This is the thing. I mean, the thoughts that are coming, the situations that you need to face. Maybe you're overreacting. Maybe you're overanalyzing. Maybe you're overthinking. This is why you have to be very careful with your energy this month. Very careful with your nerves, because you're going to get easily tensed and easily nerved and easily angry. So really take more time. And as we always speak about practical stuff to do in each month in order to face it, this month I would say take more walks outside if you can. Just walk. If you can exercise more. Listen to some music that relaxes you, makes you happy. Dance a little bit, and look out for friends and family that are doing good for you. No toxic things, nothing at all. And if you feel anxious in the middle of the night, open up your television and watch a Netflix series that it's not psychologically very complicated, but something stupid like I do in the last days. I will out myself. I see Love is Blind. It's such a stupid reality, but it makes me feel relaxed, and I forget about everything in life. Like I just said it. So it's not a problem. It's not something to be ashamed of. Just watch something that makes you happier, easier, and relaxer, and to take all the projections that you have on you, on yourself, project it somewhere else. Give it away.
Right. And really realize that it is cyclical. And sometimes we overthink, especially in times like this, we overthink the negative aspects of things. And like you said, it's time to lighten up a little bit. It's time to not run off into battle. You don't have to attend every battle you're invited to, is kind of the thing that I like to keep in mind sometimes. Is just like, okay, well, that sucked, and moving on, So really, Alexandra, yeah, good, solid advice. Do things that keep you positive. Do things that take your mind off of the drama in life. Mars can be super dramatic. It can be super forceful. It can be super, confrontational, especially in Gemini right now, in your brain, in your words, in everybody else's words that are going on right now.
Thoughts, feelings, thoughts, not feelings, thoughts.
Mhm.
This makes me crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
And so remember, like, and that's another thing, like, if you find yourself just going down that rabbit hole, as we do right now, the internet is so full of them, um, get outside, shut the computer screens off, shut the messaging off, leave the phone at home, go for a walk,
I
do
want
things.
I
Oh,
wanted to say thoughts are very powerful.
mhm,
When they come out as words, be careful of the words that you're going to use,
mhm,
because it's going to be tricky.
yeah,
And if I were you, and I am like I'm human as everybody, when I feel of something dark and something negative, I try either to use it for, let's say, my next book or something like to draw or a character, but I won't use it for to pain, for doing something bad to a different person, to say something that I don't really feel. So I have to be more careful with the things I think and I say.
mhm. Yep, good idea. And if anybody wanted to get a personalized chart done for them, you can email Alexandra at the A World.
Yeah, you can email me. I mean, you can find me from theaworld.org, and this is easy to find. And you find my emails and my contact there, so you can email me, contact me, and I always answer. And also, yeah, the aworld.org, so I always answer the emails. So yeah, I would be happy to do a personalized chart and a session, a psychological astrology session, which is really combined with Celtic astrology, karmic lessons, blockades, and yeah, and I use also really nice oracle cards from the Celts.
Yes. Yes. I had a reading from you with
I
those.
know. I love this. I mean, I bought new ones now, and these are really nice. Wait, let me take it. These are really nice. These are cards that these are really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you did a reading for me with those, perhaps.
They're really nice because you love cards.
Mm-hmm.
You have a lot of decks. So you see, these are really, really nice cards. Really nice.
Yes.
You see?
Very nice. Good.
Beautiful cards. So, yep.
Yes. And then you combine it with their astrological reading. So, yep.
Yeah, I always do combine it because they speak a lot about the way that a person feels. Because, as I said, I'm a psychological astrologer, and this makes a difference. Because I like to go on to the soul of someone to see the aspects. I mean, the psychological situation, and to see how they came until now in life. What can we do better? And the mirror. I'm just holding a mirror, and I like to see people evolving. We're discussing it, and we see how the planets affect their lives and how can they make them to make their lives better.
Yes. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
It's
if and
red.
oh my gosh, it changed.
It changed. Look at this.
You're like, the love I feel for these cards in my work.
Ah,
The energy
oh.
here. Yes.
Oh, so thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Alexandra. So, and again, we are on the first Friday of most months. We try and be here, and you can catch Alexandra at the A World. I'm Sue Ellis-Saller. You can catch me at sueellissaller.com or at info@Spiritual Business Spotlight. And I do tarot readings with a focus on life coaching and making sure that you are your highest and greatest good is
Yes.
a part of every reading that I do. So it's not only focused on this or that, foretelling futures, but really how you can be a co-creator in your own story and in your own destiny. So,
And believe me, she does it perfectly because she does also mine, and I only trust her.
thank you.
Only.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So we will let you all get on with your wonderful beginning of November. Remember to keep it calm, breathe, take a step back, and it gets better at the
Yeah.
end of the month for most everybody. So yeah, you're all like, oh, mostly. So again, wonderful. Thank you all for joining us today, and we will see you next first Friday of the month.
Yeah.
Thank you, Alexandra.
Christmas. Thank you so
Yes.
much.
Yeah, we'll have our Christmas special.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, well, we'll talk soon. Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.